Here are 5 reasons the PO-33 is still great in 2024.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat. Today's patron shoutout goes to Barend. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So, the PO-33, or in this case, the PO-133 Street Fighter, which is identical to the PO-33, this was my entry into the world of electronic music, and it was also the device that this channel was formed with. Now, it is over 5 years old, and it has a lot of competition out there, but at $99 US, it is still a great piece of electronic music gear that is well worth your time and money. So, let's get into those 5 reasons. Number 1 is that it's great for beginners. It's almost educational. The PO-33 is still a fantastic first hardware sampler for anyone just starting out. It's easy to learn, only requiring a few button combinations to get started. Seriously, all you really need to remember is that holding right plus sound plus a number copies a sound, right plus pattern plus a number copies a pattern, record plus sound plus a number deletes that sound, and record plus pattern plus a number deletes that pattern. All of the other features are extremely common sense and don't require memorization. It's also a great teacher for the basics of sampling, such as recording a sample at a higher pitch so then you can stretch it out at a lower pitch to save sampling time. Reason number 2, the PO-33 is limited in just the right places. So the PO-33 is admittedly pretty limited, but those limits all feel well thought out. 40 seconds of sampling time, 16 patterns, and 4 voices of polyphony might not sound like a lot, but they force you to get creative and squeeze every last drop out of the PO-33 that you can. There's also hidden features like the ability to make custom drum kits from samples already on the device that allow you to push those limitations even further. I think a prime example of someone pushing the PO-33 to its absolute limit is Hoover's YouTube channel, where he makes incredible compositions using just the PO-33. I'll link his channel in the description. Reason number 3 is that it plays well with other instruments, both in sampling and in sync. So, of course, being a sampler, it's naturally very easy to pair the PO-33 with just about any other piece of music gear out there. Simply run a line between them and you can create samples of any gear that you own. However, the input and the output jacks of the PO-33, and all pocket operators for that matter, are not only for audio, but also sync in and out. With several different sync modes, the POs are great anywhere in a chain, beginning, middle, or end. And I've got lots of videos here on my channel syncing the pocket operators up to various other pieces of gear. Reason number 4, it will scale with your own skill. As you improve, it'll be right there with you. I mentioned the PO-33 being great for beginners, but it's also fantastic for more experienced musicians. Being a sampler, it's incredibly flexible already, but there are even more features to play with as you become more skilled. The aforementioned ability to copy individual sounds into drum kits is a very powerful feature, as are things like parameter locks or even figuring out how to play in odd time signatures, which I have done. Basically, as long as you have ideas, the PO-33 is going to serve you well. And finally, reason number 5, it simply has one of the fastest, if not the fastest, sample to sequencer workflows of anything out there. When it comes to recording a sample and immediately sequencing it, I'm not sure if there's a faster device on the market, to be honest. Once you have a handle on the PO-33 workflow, you can move around its interface incredibly quickly. And this is great if you suddenly have an idea or want to get it down fast. You could even use the onboard microphone to sample a rough hum or vocalization of your idea just to have it recorded somewhere. So if you're completely unfamiliar with the workflow of the PO-33, let me just show you real quick. I've got the Sonicware Liven XFM output going into the PO-33. We're just going to use this as our sound source because the PO-33 is a sampler. Real quick, I'm going to make a drum kit. So I'm going to sample a kick drum into melodic slot 1 and get a snare drum and put that in slot 2. Okay, not the greatest snare drum, but that's okay. Get a hi-hat, put it in slot 3. Okay, there we go. Now let's grab a bass. We'll grab this C here. I'm going to put that in slot 5, a new row. Okay, perfect. I'm going to grab a C minor and put it in sample slot 6. I'm also going to grab a C major and put it in slot 7. There we go. Those are all the sounds we're going to use here. Now, just like that, I can quickly go in and make a custom drum kit. Granted, this one only has 3 samples in it, and the snare drum and the hi-hat are pretty similar. But that's okay. This is just for the sake of brevity here and just showing you kind of what you can do. We've got this bass. We've got a minor chord and a major chord. So now when I hit right, these 16 buttons here become a 16-step sequencer. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So I select my kick drum, put it on beats 1 and 3. Snare drum goes on 2 and 4. Hats go on the off beats. I can control my tempo up here. There we go. Switch to our bass. Turn it up a bit. Sure, I'm going to live play something in. So I'm going to hit play, hold right, and then play. Now I'm going to play with the filter. And I'm going to hold right to do that. Bring a little life to it. Let's grab our minor chord. But I want to sequence this. I want to go da 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 da. So we'll just go da 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 da. And what I'm actually going to do is shorten these by holding them down and using knob B. See how this actually sounds. Sometimes it's trial and error. Cool. Sounds like I missed one. Yeah, this one right here. There we go. And we're going to extend this last one. You actually get a little indicator of how many steps you're sequencing. Now let's take that major chord. Remember, this is a C major right here. So we'll grab a B flat major. We're going to put that right here. And we are going to make that just 1 step long. And again, I'm just going super fast here, just to show you what's possible once you get going with the workflow. Now we're just using some punch-in effects to have some fun. There we go. The PO-33 workflow is absolutely one of the best parts of this awesome little sampler. So there you have it. 5 reasons why the PO-33 KO is still great in 2024. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.